A last note, because these business leaders out here acting like they don't have choice. And you see Tim Cook go and genuflect and bend the knee. And Zuckerberg's totally unsurprising and not disappointing, literally expected. I had such low expectations of him. I don't hold him to any moral standard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tim Cook, different. Jeff Bezos, what's all the money for?
Right.
What's the value of all your money?
Yeah.
If in a moment of challenge, you cave?
Yeah.
What has it bought you?
What's the point of having fuck you money if you never say fuck you?
Exactly. And what I think they will be slow to realize, no one can do it alone. The real simple thing is if all business leaders link arms, it's a little thing called solidarity, and it takes literally zero money. And the people who've never had money throughout history are always the first to realize it because it's all they've ever had. So any movement of any oppressed people ever is not about a hero. It's about one person standing against power. It's about all people or enough people standing against abusive power. And so for these business folk, again, they haven't read the books on their shelves. They haven't looked at their own training data in their large language model. Together is the only way through. So all y'all need to stand together. We need somebody to organize the business leaders, community organizing for CEOs. That's a worthy mission because these guys are out here sacrificing us because they don't know how strength works and they don't know how to coordinate their action. Despite having so many Slack channels, they have no idea how to coordinate their action. It's really freaking ironic. So, if they all sit together, the administration's got nothing.
Yeah.
They got nothing. But instead, they're picking them off. Divide and conquer works on them as well as it worked on the continent of Africa. And these guys think they're so much better.
Are there any one or two things that you hope people who are not Tim Cook, they're not CEOs, but they're builders, they're technologists, that they, like one or two things they could do today, this week, to help us steer into what we want and steer us away from Black Mirror? I'm just curious if there's a practical thing or two here.
I think there's a practical political thing. Put AI and our tech-driven future on the agenda for whatever body of governance you're closest. Might be your school, your high school, your college, your school district. If you're a parent, your parent teachers organization, put it on the agenda. Don't assume that they figured it out. Be a part of figuring it out. You also, just to manage your own you don't have to have the answer. Have questions and ask questions together with others. So signal to these people, especially if you're a voter or donor, I care about this. This matters to me. How we move through this matters to me. But that's less about technology and more about politics and civic power. See it as a political thing, as much as snow removal.
Yeah.
And school curricular policies and taxes. It's actually more important than taxes. And we're obsessed with no taxes, and then we get shocked when the roads are unpassable and planes are falling from the sky. But it's America. Okay, fine. You're obsessed with the tax thing. This is more important than taxes. Because if we build these systems in a good way, there'll be more for everybody, more freedom for everybody, and more money for everybody. I do believe that is possible. But if we do this the wrong way, the hard way, then most of us are going to suffer. And a handful will enjoy their riches in a very secure compound because they will have stoked the ire of most people. And there's only so much that people will take, as history has shown us.
Yeah.
I'd rather avoid that path. It's just unnecessary harm to way more people than necessary. So one piece of advice, make it political. The other is with the technology. Play with others. So much of this tech is building on this legacy of divide and conquer. It has a colonial tinge to it. We're claiming ground. We're planting our flag. We're even targeting people and gathering market shares. This expansionist zero sum. We're in a war with China. It's the race to AGI. Only if you keep saying it. But part of how they get there is treating us as individuals. And each of us is figuring out by our lonesome, what does AI mean for my future? How do I stay relevant? How do I keep my job? How do I maximize my efficiency? How do I. We die alone. We've got to shift from that Me more into that we. And that means, practically speaking, use ChatGPT or Gemini or Meta Llama. Don't use Llama. Use anything, anything. Canva AI is literally, it's AI inside. It's everywhere. Use it with your partner, with your sibling, with your parent, with your kid. Make it multiplayer. And the more that we can experience these technologies, benefit from them, and challenge them as a we, the better chance we have for making it serve us and not just